Understanding the body after 60, the foundation of internal health. When you turn 60, your body quietly begins to tell a different story. The energy that once came naturally now requires a little more care, a little more attention. You might notice that it takes longer to recover from fatigue. Your digestion is slower, or climbing the stairs leaves you more breathless than before. These are not random signs of aging. They are messages from your internal organs asking for support. The truth is, the health of your internal organs, your heart, liver, kidneys, lungs, and digestive system, determines how well you age. You can eat nutritious foods, take vitamins, and even exercise regularly, but if your internal organs are overworked or weakened, the rest of your efforts will fall short. Your heart powers every cell with oxygen-rich blood. Your liver filters toxins and helps balance metabolism. Your kidneys regulate water, salt, and waste. Your lungs keep oxygen flowing, and your digestive system ensures nutrients are absorbed efficiently. Once one part of this delicate network weakens, the others must work harder, leading to a slow, silent decline that often goes unnoticed until it becomes serious. After 60, cell regeneration naturally slows down. The heart's muscle fibers lose elasticity, arteries stiffen, and blood pressure tends to rise. The liver's capacity to filter waste declines. The kidneys process blood more slowly, making fluid retention and swelling more common. The lungs lose some elasticity, leading to shallow breathing and lower oxygen levels. The digestive system produces fewer enzymes, so food may sit longer in the stomach, leading to bloating, discomfort, or constipation. These changes are inevitable, but they are not irreversible. The human body, even in its later years, has an incredible ability to adapt and heal, if given the right conditions. The key lies in lifestyle. According to long-term medical studies, over 70% of organ-related illnesses in older adults are the result of decades of poor lifestyle habits, not genetics. Excess salt strains the kidneys and elevates blood pressure. Too much sugar and processed carbohydrates lead to fatty liver disease. Alcohol damages liver cells and raises triglycerides. Smoking reduces lung capacity and destroys the tiny air sacs that supply oxygen. Sedentary living decreases blood circulation and reduces oxygen delivery to vital organs. Chronic stress and sleepless nights disrupt hormone balance and make the liver and heart work harder to maintain normal rhythms. By contrast, even small, consistent changes can make a huge difference. Reducing salt intake to less than 5 grams per day allows the kidneys to recover. Eating more vegetables and omega-3 rich foods supports liver repair. Light daily exercise like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi enhances circulation and oxygen flow. Practicing slow, deep breathing strengthens the lungs and improves mental calm. Maintaining a regular sleep schedule gives the heart and liver time to regenerate. These habits don't just slow aging, they reverse part of the damage accumulated over years. Your body also gives early warnings when your organs are struggling, though many people dismiss them as just getting old. When the heart is overworked, you may feel constant fatigue, shortness of breath, or palpitations even during light activity. When the liver is stressed, you may notice dark circles under your eyes, poor appetite, or dull skin tone. When the kidneys weaken, swelling in the ankles, foamy urine, or frequent nighttime urination can appear. Lung problems often begin with a lingering cough or breathlessness. Digestive trouble may show up as bloating, heartburn, or irregular bowel habits. Paying attention to these subtle signals is one of the best ways to prevent serious disease before it develops. Modern medicine emphasizes prevention and early detection. Regular checkups every 6 months after age 60, including blood tests, liver and kidney function tests, heart scans, and abdominal ultrasounds, allow doctors to identify early changes before symptoms appear. However, medical care alone is not enough. Natural health practices complement modern treatment beautifully. A balanced diet rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber keeps the blood clean and the organs nourished. Gentle physical activity stimulates blood flow to the heart and brain. Meditation, breathing exercises, and mental relaxation reduce inflammation and support hormone balance. Drinking enough water each day assists the kidneys in flushing out waste, while consistent sleep protects the liver's nighttime repair cycle. Most importantly, we must change our perspective on aging. Aging is not simply the result of time passing, it is largely shaped by how we live each day. Many people in their 70s and even 80s maintain strong, healthy organs because they have developed steady habits, early sleep, moderate eating, regular movement, and a calm, grateful mindset. Others, despite being younger, experience severe fatigue, high blood pressure, or fatty liver because of ongoing neglect and stress. The difference lies not in age, but in daily choices. So as you move through your 60s, think of your organs not as aging machines, but as loyal companions that have served you faithfully for decades. They need care, rest, and nourishment. A single meal, a night of deep sleep, or a daily walk may seem small, but together they create the foundation of longevity. In the next part, we will explore how to protect one of the most important organs of all, the heart and circulatory system. You will learn how to strengthen your heart, keep your arteries flexible, and support healthy blood flow naturally, even after 60.
Caring for the heart and circulatory system after 60. The heart is not just a muscle, it is the engine that keeps every part of your body alive. From the moment you were born, it has worked tirelessly, beating over 100,000 times a day, every single day of your life. By the time you reach 60, your heart has already beaten more than 2 billion times. It deserves attention, protection, and respect. Many people assume that heart problems are inevitable with age, but that belief is far from the truth. Aging does not destroy the heart. Neglect does. When you learn how to care for it properly, your heart can remain strong, efficient, and resilient well into your later years. As you grow older, the blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients throughout your body gradually lose flexibility. Cholesterol and calcium may begin to deposit along the arterial walls, a process known as atherosclerosis. This narrowing of arteries makes it harder for blood to flow freely, forcing the heart to work harder and raising blood pressure. Over time, the heart muscle thickens and stiffens, and circulation slows down. Many of these changes happen silently for years before symptoms appear. That is why understanding your cardiovascular system and taking preventative steps early is essential. The first principle is awareness. Most people over 60 already have some degree of arterial stiffness, but few realize how much lifestyle can reverse or slow it down. the simplest habits, like eating less salt, maintaining a healthy weight, staying active, and managing stress, can lower blood pressure and prevent damage to artery walls. Reducing sodium intake to less than 1 teaspoon a day helps keep blood pressure stable. Avoiding trans fats and limiting fried or processed foods prevents cholesterol buildup. Consuming fiber from oats, beans, fruits, and vegetables helps clear excess cholesterol naturally. Small steps create powerful results when practiced consistently. The second principle is movement. The heart thrives on rhythm, and movement is its music. Exercise strengthens the heart muscle, improves circulation, and reduces stress hormones. You don't need intense workouts. What matters is consistency. A 30-minute walk, slow cycling, or gentle swimming 5 days a week keeps your cardiovascular system active. Activities like yoga or tai chi not only improve flexibility, but also calm the nervous system, reducing pressure on the heart. Deep breathing during these exercises increases oxygen intake, which supports both heart and lung function. Regular movement literally teaches your heart to beat more efficiently and recover faster after exertion. Breathing itself is a forgotten medicine. After 60, lung capacity naturally decreases, which limits oxygen delivery to the heart and brain. Practicing slow, deep breathing for just 10 minutes a day can increase oxygen saturation and lower resting heart rate. A simple technique is to inhale deeply through the nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale slowly through the mouth for 6. This not only improves heart rhythm, but also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and repair mode. Many patients notice lower blood pressure and a sense of calm after just a few weeks of regular breathing practice. The third principle is nutrition. The foods you choose directly influence the strength of your heart and the flexibility of your arteries. A heart protective diet emphasizes natural, colorful, and minimally processed foods. Leafy greens like spinach and kale supply magnesium and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure. Fatty fish, such as salmon and sardines, provide omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and prevent clot formation. Berries, rich in antioxidants, protect artery walls from oxidative stress. Whole grains and legumes keep blood sugar stable, reducing stress on insulin levels that can indirectly damage arteries. Nuts and olive oil, when used in moderation, supply healthy fats that nourish cell membranes and reduce bad cholesterol. One of the most underestimated heart risks in older adults is dehydration. As you age, your sense of thirst diminishes, so you may not drink enough fluids throughout the day. When you are even mildly dehydrated, blood thickens and becomes harder to pump, increasing strain on the heart. Make it a habit to drink small amounts of water regularly, especially between meals and during hot weather. Herbal teas and warm water with a slice of lemon can also encourage hydration while supporting digestion and detoxification. Sleep is another cornerstone of heart health. During deep sleep, your heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and your cardiovascular system rests and repairs itself. Chronic sleep deprivation, on the other hand, elevates stress hormones like cortisol, which raise blood pressure and increase inflammation. Aim for at least 7 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a calm bedtime routine. Avoid heavy meals late in the evening. Dim lights 1 hour before bed, and keep your sleeping area cool and quiet. A consistent sleep pattern is one of the most effective natural ways to protect your heart. Emotional balance plays a profound role as well.
Studies show that chronic anger, loneliness, or anxiety can have as much impact on heart health as poor diet or smoking. Emotional stress releases adrenaline and cortisol, which raise heart rate and constrict blood vessels. Learning to manage emotions through meditation, prayer, spending time with loved ones, or simply breathing deeply helps reduce this constant stress response. A peaceful mind leads to a calm heart. It's also essential to stay proactive with medical checkups. After 60, everyone should have a heart evaluation at least once a year, including blood pressure monitoring, cholesterol tests, and an electrocardiogram if needed. These assessments detect early signs of disease even before symptoms develop. Discuss with your doctor whether you need to monitor blood sugar or take medication to control blood pressure or cholesterol. Preventative care saves lives far more effectively than emergency treatment. Finally, your mindset towards aging matters deeply. Many people give up too early, believing that heart problems are a natural part of getting old. Yet science and experience show otherwise. There are countless examples of individuals in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who live with strong hearts because they maintained healthy routines. The heart responds to care at any age. It can regain strength, elasticity, and rhythm if you consistently nurture it with the right habits. Imagine your heart as a lifelong companion. It has carried you through every moment, every emotion, every challenge. Caring for it is not about fear or restriction. It is about gratitude and balance. When you move daily, eat thoughtfully, rest deeply, and keep your spirit calm, your heart responds with renewed energy. You begin to feel lighter, breathe easier, and think clearer. The goal is not just to avoid disease, but to create a state where your heart and circulatory system support you in living fully, joyfully, and independently. Every choice you make, every meal, every step, every breath either strengthens or weakens this system. Choose to strengthen it. Choose to live with awareness and appreciation for this incredible organ that keeps you alive. In the next part, we will explore how to care for another vital system that often determines longevity, the liver and kidneys. You will learn how these organs work together to detoxify your body, regulate metabolism, and maintain balance, and how to keep them functioning at their best after 60.
Protecting and strengthening the liver, kidneys, and digestive system after 60. After 60, the body becomes more delicate, and nowhere is this more evident than in our internal filtering and digestion systems, the liver, kidneys, and gut. These organs quietly support every heartbeat, every breath, and every thought, yet they're often ignored until something goes wrong. Maintaining their health is one of the most essential steps to preserve energy, mental clarity, and quality of life in the golden years. Let's begin with the liver, the great chemical laboratory of the human body. The liver filters toxins, processes nutrients, and regulates metabolism. By the time we reach 60, it has handled decades of work, medication, processed food, alcohol, pollution, and emotional stress. The liver doesn't complain loudly, but when it weakens, you can feel it subtly. Chronic fatigue, poor digestion, difficulty losing weight, or dull skin tone. The first step to support your liver is awareness, understanding that it needs recovery, not punishment.
One of the simplest but most powerful habits is to start your morning with a glass of warm water mixed with a few drops of lemon juice. This is not a miracle trick, it's a signal. Lemon water gently stimulates bile production, helping the liver prepare for digestion. Avoid taking too many supplements or medications without your doctor's advice, because even beneficial substances can overload the liver if taken excessively. A balanced diet for liver health includes plenty of vegetables rich in chlorophyll, such as spinach, kale, and parsley, which help neutralize toxins. Bitter foods like arugula, dandelion greens, and turmeric stimulate bile flow. Garlic and onions, rich in sulfur compounds, enhance the liver's detoxification enzymes. And of course, staying hydrated, at least 8 glasses of clean water daily supports both the liver and kidneys. Let's move to the kidneys, the body's silent purifiers. Each kidney contains more than 1 million tiny filters that clean the blood around the clock. They remove waste, balance minerals, and regulate blood pressure. After 60, kidney function naturally declines by 20 to 40%, not because of disease, but simply as part of aging. Yet this decline can be slowed dramatically through lifestyle adjustments. The greatest threat to kidney health is dehydration and excessive sodium intake. Older adults often lose the natural sense of thirst, leading to chronic dehydration without realizing it. That's why one of the simplest kidney-saving habits is to consciously drink water throughout the day, not just when thirsty. Aim for light yellow urine, a natural sign of good hydration. Salt is another quiet enemy. While the body needs some sodium, most modern diets provide far too much, hidden in canned soups, breads, sauces, and snacks. Over time, this excess salt raises blood pressure and forces the kidneys to work harder. To protect them, choose fresh food over processed and season meals with herbs and spices instead of salt. Parsley, dill, lemon zest, or rosemary can add flavor without burdening your kidneys. Protein intake is another important balance. Too much protein, especially from red meat, can increase waste products like urea, which the kidneys must eliminate. A smarter approach is to combine moderate portions of lean protein, like fish, eggs, tofu, or legumes, with plenty of vegetables and whole grains. This balance provides energy without straining kidney function. Now, let's turn to the digestive system, the gateway to all nutrients that sustain the body. After 60, digestion slows down, metabolism becomes less efficient, and the gut microbiome, the community of good bacteria in the intestines, often becomes unbalanced due to years of stress, medication, and dietary changes. The result can be bloating, constipation, poor nutrient absorption, or even inflammation. To maintain a healthy digestive system, fiber is your best friend, but not all fibers are equal. Soluble fiber, found in oats, apples, flaxseed, and beans, forms a gel-like substance that lowers cholesterol and stabilizes blood sugar. Insoluble fiber, from vegetables, bran, and brown rice, helps move waste smoothly through the intestines. The goal is to consume both types daily, ideally through whole foods rather than supplements. Another pillar of digestive health is mindful eating. Many older adults eat quickly, distracted by television or worries. Yet digestion begins in the mouth.
Chewing thoroughly allows saliva to start breaking down food, signaling the stomach to release digestive enzymes. Eating slowly and calmly improves nutrient absorption and reduces indigestion. Probiotics also play a key role. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and miso introduce beneficial bacteria that strengthen gut flora. When the microbiome is balanced, immunity improves, inflammation decreases, and the body digests food more efficiently. Pair probiotics with prebiotics, the food for good bacteria, found in garlic, onions, bananas, and asparagus. Together, they form the foundation of a healthy gut ecosystem. It's equally important to manage what harms digestion: chronic stress and poor sleep. Stress triggers the brain-gut axis, a direct communication between emotional centers and the digestive tract. When anxiety is constant, the intestines receive mixed signals, leading to irregular movement and inflammation. That's why practices like deep breathing, meditation, or gentle walks after meals can have remarkable effects on gut health. Sleep is also an underestimated factor. During deep rest, the body repairs intestinal tissue and regulates hormones like cortisol and insulin. Insufficient sleep disturbs these processes, contributing to weight gain, indigestion, and sugar imbalances. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of consistent, high-quality sleep in a dark, quiet environment. All these systems, the liver, kidneys, and digestive tract, are interconnected. When one weakens, the others compensate and suffer. For example, poor digestion can overload the liver with toxins, and impaired liver function can raise blood pressure, affecting the kidneys. This is why true internal health comes from harmony rather than isolated fixes. There's also a psychological dimension to organ health. Traditional medicine often connects emotions with specific organs: anger with the liver, fear with the kidneys, worry with the stomach. Modern science supports this idea in a new way, through stress hormones and the nervous system. Chronic negative emotions produce biochemical changes that tighten blood vessels, alter gut motility, and strain filtration. Managing your emotional health through gratitude, social connection, and purpose in life indirectly supports your internal organs just as much as diet does. Finally, never underestimate the value of regular medical checkups. Many liver and kidney diseases progress silently until late stages. Simple blood and urine tests can detect early changes long before symptoms appear. Early detection allows for simple interventions, adjusting diet, hydration, or medication that prevent irreversible damage. At 60 and beyond, maintaining the health of the liver, kidneys, and digestive system is not about restriction or fear. It's about respect. These organs have worked tirelessly for decades to keep you alive. Now is the time to support them with conscious choices: fresh food, water, movement, rest, and peace of mind. When your internal systems run smoothly, you'll feel it in your energy, your skin, your clarity, and even your mood. True vitality in later life begins not on the outside, but deep within, in the quiet rhythm of organs working in harmony every moment of your life.
Preserving brain and nervous system health after 60. Among all the organs of the human body, the brain remains the most mysterious and precious. It is the seat of memory, thought, emotion, and identity, the very essence of who we are. After 60, changes in the brain and nervous system begin to appear naturally. slower recall, occasional forgetfulness, and sometimes difficulty concentrating. These changes can feel alarming, but they are not signs of inevitable decline. The brain, even in later life, possesses remarkable plasticity, the ability to adapt, grow new connections, and maintain sharpness when properly nourished and challenged. The first pillar of brain preservation is circulation. The brain relies on a constant flow of oxygen and nutrients through a vast network of blood vessels. When these vessels stiffen or narrow with age, the brain's energy supply becomes less efficient. To protect against this, habits that support cardiovascular health also safeguard the brain. Regular moderate exercise, walking, swimming, or even light stretching increases cerebral blood flow and promotes the growth of new capillaries. Each step you take sends a rhythmic pulse of life-giving blood to the neurons that control movement, memory, and emotion. Equally vital is nutrition for the mind. The brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, making it particularly sensitive to the types of fats you consume. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish like salmon and sardines, help maintain the fluidity of brain cell membranes and reduce inflammation that contributes to cognitive aging. Antioxidants from blueberries, green tea, dark leafy greens, and turmeric neutralize the free radicals that damage neurons. At the same time, it's wise to limit refined sugar and trans fats, which promote inflammation and insulin resistance in brain tissue. Hydration also plays an often overlooked role in brain performance. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, mood swings, and slower reaction times. For older adults, the natural sense of thirst declines, so regular, deliberate hydration, a glass of water every couple of hours, keeps both body and mind functioning smoothly. Beyond physical nourishment, the brain thrives on mental stimulation. Every new experience, every challenge forms new synaptic connections. Learning a language, playing a musical instrument, solving puzzles, or even engaging in lively conversation can all stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and strengthen itself when intelligently. The more you use your brain in diverse ways, the more resilient it becomes. In this sense, the brain is like a muscle. It grows stronger through consistent use, not through rest. But stimulation alone is not enough. The brain also requires recovery and calm. Chronic stress is one of the most destructive forces to neural health. Under prolonged tension, the body releases cortisol, a hormone that damages the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Managing stress through meditation, deep breathing, or simply spending quiet time in nature helps restore balance to the nervous system. Even 5 minutes of slow breathing or mindful silence can reduce cortisol levels and refresh mental clarity. Another essential component of brain preservation is quality sleep. During deep sleep, the brain performs housekeeping, clearing metabolic waste through a process known as the glymphatic system. It is during these nightly cleaning cycles that the brain resets itself for the next day. Poor or inconsistent sleep leads to a buildup of toxins, slower thinking, and irritability. For those over 60, maintaining a regular bedtime, keeping the room cool and dark, and avoiding screens an hour before bed can dramatically improve sleep quality and cognitive function. Nutrition, movement, and rest form the physical foundation, but the nervous system's health also depends on emotional and social nourishment. Loneliness and isolation are now recognized as risk factors for dementia and depression. Humans are wired for connection. Emotional conversations, shared laughter, and touch release neurotransmitters like oxytocin and dopamine that support both mental and physical health. Joining community activities, volunteering, or maintaining strong friendships are not just enjoyable, they're therapeutic acts that preserve neural health. Mind-body disciplines like yoga, tai chi, and qigong integrate physical movement with deep breathing and mental focus. These practices regulate the autonomic nervous system, balancing the fight or flight and rest and digest responses. Over time, they lower stress hormones, stabilize blood pressure, and improve coordination between the brain and body. For seniors, these gentle exercises offer an elegant path to both calm and alertness. Scientific research also highlights the role of micronutrition in supporting brain chemistry. Vitamins B6, B12, and folate are essential for maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective layer surrounding nerve fibers. Deficiencies in these nutrients can lead to fatigue, mood changes, and even cognitive decline. Magnesium supports neurotransmitter balance, while zinc and vitamin D influence mood and memory. While supplements can help, it is best to obtain these nutrients through a balanced diet: leafy greens, nuts, eggs, and fish. Regular blood tests can ensure you maintain optimal levels. One of the most powerful yet often underestimated tools for brain longevity is purpose. Numerous studies show that people who live with a sense of meaning, whether through creativity, teaching, caring for family, or learning something new, tend to maintain sharper minds and live longer. Purpose keeps the brain engaged in forward motion. It reduces the tendency toward rumination and stimulates motivation pathways in the prefrontal cortex. The message is simple but profound. Your brain stays young when it has something to live for. Equally important is the habit of gratitude and positive thinking. Mental attitude influences biochemistry. Optimism lowers stress hormones, increases serotonin, and enhances blood flow in the frontal lobes, the region responsible for reasoning and planning. Gratitude journaling, or simply reflecting on small daily joys, trains the brain to notice positive patterns rather than threats. Over time, this rewiring fosters resilience and emotional stability. There's also growing evidence that intermittent fasting and mild caloric restriction can benefit brain health. Short fasting periods trigger autophagy, the body's natural cell cleaning process that removes damaged proteins and stimulates regeneration. However, fasting should be practiced carefully under medical supervision, especially for seniors with health conditions. The goal is gentle metabolic activation, not deprivation. Lastly, technology and digital life must be managed with intention. Excessive screen time, fragmented attention, and overstimulation reduce deep focus and memory retention. Setting digital boundaries, limiting notifications, scheduling screen-free hours, or replacing scrolling with reading allows the nervous system to rest and rebuild. At 60 and beyond, preserving brain and nervous system health is not about chasing youth, but cultivating wisdom. The aging brain can remain vibrant, creative, and compassionate when treated with respect. Every small daily choice, what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you think, shapes your neural destiny. The brain's strength lies not in perfection, but in adaptation. So, nourish your mind with real food, move your body with purpose, rest deeply, learn continuously, and connect genuinely. The result is not only a longer life, but a life filled with clarity, creativity, and peace. A mind that continues to grow even as the years unfold gently around it.
Supporting liver, kidneys, and gut, the core of internal longevity after 60. When people talk about staying healthy after 60, they often focus on visible aspects like heart strength, muscle tone, or blood pressure. Yet the real foundation of longevity lies deeper, in the quiet work of your liver, kidneys, and digestive system. These organs rarely call attention to themselves until something goes wrong, but every heartbeat, every breath, every cell in your body depends on their balance and efficiency. The liver is your body's most tireless multitasker. It filters toxins from the blood, stores essential nutrients, and helps digest fats through bile production. After 60, the liver's ability to process chemicals and regenerate slows down. Fatty deposits can build up, especially if diet or alcohol consumption has been poor. The good news is that the liver is remarkably resilient. It can repair and rebuild healthy tissue when given the right conditions. The key lies in protecting it from overload, avoiding alcohol, minimizing processed foods, and maintaining a balanced intake of healthy fats. Foods like leafy greens, garlic, turmeric, and lemons gently support detoxification. Drinking enough water, especially in the morning, helps flush metabolic waste through the liver's cleansing cycles. Equally vital are your kidneys, two bean-shaped organs that quietly purify more than 180 liters of blood daily. They regulate water balance, mineral content, and blood pressure, while also filtering out waste products like urea and creatinine. With age, the tiny filtration units inside the kidneys, called nephrons, decline in number and efficiency. This makes older adults more sensitive to dehydration, high salt intake, and certain medications. Maintaining kidney health requires a delicate balance. Drink enough water, but not excessively, limit salt in processed foods, and avoid overuse of painkillers or unnecessary supplements. One of the most damaging habits after 60 is drinking too little water throughout the day, forcing the kidneys to concentrate urine and work harder than necessary. Clear, pale yellow urine is often the simplest indicator that your hydration is on track. The digestive system also undergoes gradual transformation. The stomach produces less acid and intestinal movement slows, leading to bloating or constipation. The microbiome, the trillions of beneficial bacteria living in your gut, tends to lose diversity, reducing your ability to absorb nutrients effectively. Restoring gut balance is essential, not just for digestion, but also for immunity and even mental clarity. A diet rich in fiber, fresh fruits, vegetables, and fermented foods like yogurt or kefir helps maintain healthy gut flora. Avoiding excessive sugar, refined flour, and artificial additives gives these beneficial bacteria the environment they need to thrive. Modern research has revealed a powerful connection between the gut and the brain, known as the gut-brain axis. This link explains why digestive health directly influences mood, memory, and energy levels. When the gut is inflamed or unbalanced, it sends stress signals to the brain, contributing to fatigue and even mild depression. On the other hand, a nourished, balanced gut produces serotonin and other neurotransmitters that elevate mood and promote restful sleep. Caring for your digestive system, therefore, is not only about comfort, it's about mental resilience and vitality. Beyond food, daily routines matter. Begin your day with a glass of warm water and a few gentle stretches to stimulate digestion. Eat at regular times to maintain steady enzyme production and blood sugar levels. Avoid eating late at night when your liver is trying to detoxify rather than digest. If possible, include natural bitter foods like kale, grapefruit, or dandelion tea, which gently stimulate bile flow and liver cleansing. Light movement after meals, such as a short walk, improves intestinal motility and prevents sluggish digestion. Your emotional state also plays a surprising role in organ health. Traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine have long recognized that anger can strain the liver, fear can affect the kidneys, and worry can disrupt the gut. Modern science supports this connection. Stress hormones alter blood flow patterns and digestive secretions, interfering with organ function. Learning to manage emotions through breathing, meditation, or spending time in nature is not spiritual luxury, but physical necessity. A calm mind supports smooth circulation, steady digestion, and balanced hormone rhythms. Equally important is regular screening. Blood tests for liver enzymes, ALT, AST, and kidney function, creatinine, eGFR, every 6 months provide invaluable insights into how these organs are performing. Ultrasound imaging can detect early signs of fatty liver or kidney stones long before symptoms appear. Prevention through awareness is always easier than treatment after damage. Another often overlooked factor is medication management. Many people over 60 take multiple prescriptions, some of which can burden the liver or kidneys. It's crucial to discuss all medications and supplements with your doctor to prevent harmful interactions. Even seemingly harmless over-the-counter drugs like non-steroidal painkillers can harm kidneys when used excessively. If you need long-term medication, support your organs through hydration, nutrient-dense food, and periodic health monitoring. As you care for these inner systems, remember that your organs thrive on rhythm, the natural cycles of day and night, work and rest, nourishment and cleansing. Respecting these rhythms allows your body to maintain equilibrium. Eat, sleep, and move according to your body's signals rather than external schedules. Listen when your body whispers, a little fatigue, a bit of heaviness, or a mild digestive discomfort, instead of waiting for it to shout. Healthy aging is not about resisting time, but about aligning with it. When your liver filters smoothly, your kidneys flow freely, and your digestion stays balanced, you feel lighter, physically and mentally. Energy returns, sleep deepens, and your skin regains a natural glow. These are the quiet rewards of respecting your body's internal world. In the final reflection, maintaining organ health after 60 is less about complexity and more about consistency. Eat real food, hydrate mindfully, move daily, rest deeply, and keep your mind at peace. Every gentle choice, a fresh meal, a glass of water, a walk in the morning light, becomes an act of renewal for the organs that sustain your life.